Hello and welcome to day 2 of Life Through the Lens. So a quick tip on day 2. Photographers love the perfect light. When do you think is the best time of day to take photos? Ding, ding, ding. If you said golden hour, you are correct. Now, what exactly is golden hour? Golden hour happens in the morning about an hour after sunrise and in the evening about an hour before the sun sets. So unfortunately, our classes aren't set up to where we can capture pictures during those two golden moments. However, I would love for you to try to take a picture in the evening, maybe about 7 or 7:30 when the sun is starting to set. Or if you're an early bird, you can get up early in the morning and try to take one about an hour after sunrise. So about the same time, probably about 7:30 in the morning. And share that with me when you come back to the next Life Through the Lens session. So golden light example. So if you look at this picture right here, this is the sun rising in the morning. And if you take a photo, if you wanted to take a portrait with the sun being your backlight, it will make a beautiful golden, reddish, warm style of a picture. These two little girls, I found this on the internet, took a picture when the sun was setting. And as you can see that golden warm glow to them. But today's skill is pose and portrait. So if you look at this little boy, he's posing on a swing. So if you happen to have a swing set in your yard, maybe you can pose on your swing. This young fellow, he is posing against a brick wall. This pretty little girl, she's peeking from the pier on a beach maybe. This guy, he is taking his portrait in a Batman mask. However you feel comfortable, if you like being in front of the camera, then you can try posing different poses. If you like being behind the camera, then maybe you'll take a portrait of something that you love. Like for instance, if you have pets, maybe you can get your dog to pose and you can take a beautiful portrait of your dog or your kitty cat, or if you have a stuffed animal, maybe you can take a portrait of your stuffed animal like the one you see here. Now, your mission today is to go outside and snap some pics. So try to find some good light. We just talked about light. You don't want to take your picture with the sun shining in your eyes or so bright that where we can't see your photo. Edit your photo when you finish and upload it to page 2 of your book and Book Creator. Be sure to give your readers some details of your portrait on page 3 of your book. If you need help, of course, you can always look at the example book on Book Creator that I have already created for you. Now have fun, be creative, and be safe when you're doing this. I want to show you again how to get to Book Creator just in case you have forgotten or you need help. So remember, you go to newtoncountyschools.org if you don't know your school's webpage, and you choose your school from this menu. Oops, mine is this one. So it'll take me to my school's webpage, and on there's some shortcuts to different links. And here's Clever. That's how we access Book Creator. I have it saved right here as one of my favorites because I use it often, but if you don't, you can always click in the search box and type in the word book and it'll automatically pop up. And here's Life Through the Lens books. And this is the one that I have started as an example. And so if you click this arrow, it's going to open up your book. So here's page 2 that I've already done for you, well, for you as an example. So I did a portrait. If I did like a selfie, I probably would have titled it Pose because I was posing in the selfie. But I just did a portrait of some fresh flowers on my table. And I edited it on my iPhone and I put a filter on it. And so then I saved it to my desktop. And I click the little plus sign and I imported my picture because it's on my desktop. So you click the plus sign, that means you want to add something to your book. And mine was a file, so I clicked files and then it pulled up my picture and I inserted it in my book. I also clicked here, click text because I wanted to title it portrait. So I typed in portrait and I centered it right here on page 2 of my book. Now on page 3 is where I type my description of my portrait. It simply says, I love fresh flowers. This portrait of fresh flowers is on my kitchen table. Fresh flowers will brighten any room, plus they make me oh so happy. Also, there's a neat little feature here. If you can't draw and you wanted to add a drawing, you click the plus and click the pen. And there's one that says auto. And what happens here is you try to sketch it as best as you can. Like me, I'm going to try to sketch it as best as I can, but I can't really draw a flower. So it read it for me. It gave me, it said, did you mean? So I can click from any of these to add here. And once I've done that, I click it. It will add it where I want it, and I can drag it and make it bigger. I can move it around. So once I had my picture there, I click the X because I want to get out of it. But I also want to erase my little pitiful drawing because I don't want that in my book. So I click my eraser and I click done, and there is page 2 and page 3 of my book in Book Creator. So have fun, enjoy, and I can't wait to see your books tomorrow.